Hello everybody, I am Jarrett Ross, the GeneaVlogger, and on today's vlog, I will be discussing my top 5 up-and-coming genealogy YouTube channels. Now, there are a lot of really great YouTube channels about genealogy or related to genealogy in some sort of way, and the genealogy community on YouTube itself has been somewhat active for many years. I started my channel back in June of 2017, and when I began, there were only a handful of genealogy channels on the platform, and most of them were extremely small, very few that had any sort of influence. Nowadays, there are a good handful of really big genealogy YouTube channels, as well as a lot of YouTube channels that are tangentially related to genealogy. Things like Useful Charts, where he's not really doing genealogy, but he kinda is. But that's also led to a lot of new people starting their own channels on YouTube that are geared towards genealogy, and I'm going to discuss the top 5 in my opinion. At number 5, The Genealogy Reporter by Amie Tennant at 1,000 subs. This channel has technically been around for a while. It was started in 2016, so technically it's older than my own channel, but Amie didn't start consistently putting out content until 2019, so I'm still technically going to include it. This channel includes a couple of different series by Amie that include genealogy tips, her genealogy thoughts, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But one of the things that Amie's channel stands out with is that she actually has videos that have to deal with American Sign Language, ASL, and genealogy and how those two come together, which is honestly an overlooked topic when it comes to genealogy. But I would say most of the videos on her channel deal with genealogy in the United States. Number 4 is Kindred Genealogy by Vanessa at 806 subscribers. This channel was started in 2019, and most of Vanessa's videos deal with Australian genealogy and DNA testing. For anyone who watches videos on YouTube and gets a lot of ads dealing with DNA testing, you've probably seen Vanessa in one of the My True Ancestry commercials. And while Vanessa does cover a variety of topics, her real strong point and what sets her apart is that she does a lot of the smaller DNA testing companies that most other larger channels don't deal with. But one other really interesting thing she does is she does different walking tours of cemeteries and historic buildings that's near her in Australia. Number 3, Sephardic Genealogy by Mendoza at 1,000 subscribers. Now, this channel was created in 2014, but the first video that David posted wasn't until late 2019. As the name indicates, the channel focuses solely on Sephardic Jewish genealogy. David Mendoza, who runs the channel, also helps run a group called the Sephardic World with another researcher named Tonnant. And a lot of the videos that are done through Sephardic World, which are pretty much hour to 2 hour long webinars, are hosted on the Sephardic Genealogy YouTube page. And these webinar talks cover all sorts of interesting topics related to Sephardic Jewish ancestry and genealogy, covering communities that a lot of people didn't even realize existed. But beyond just the webinar style videos from the Sephardic World, David also puts up different videos that are much shorter, going into great detail, answering frequently asked questions dealing with Sephardic genealogy. The most popular video of that series being his video on Sephardic surnames and the video about how to get Portuguese citizenship with Sephardi ancestry. Number 2, How We Got Here by Brian Nash with 1.04 thousand subscribers. This channel was started in December of 2020. It has grown extremely quickly and has outpaced some other channels which have been around for a little bit longer. As many of the other channels already do, this channel hosts a variety of topics with its videos ranging from DNA testing to specific information about research Brian's done on his own family. But one of the things that makes this channel somewhat unique is that Brian tests himself all the time with different kinds of quizzes, often dealing with geography. So he's done a lot of different quizzes trying to name European countries, the US states, different territories in Australia, as well as playing games like GeoGuessr. While these aren't exactly unique videos on YouTube, they are unique videos when it comes to genealogy YouTubers. And having a genealogist doing a geography quiz gives a little bit different of a perspective into things. Brian is also a Canadian, and because of that, some of his videos also deal with Canadian genealogy, which is something also not well represented on YouTube as a whole. Number 1, Daniel's Genealogy by Daniel Loftus at 109 subscribers. This channel is by far the youngest of all the channels, having been founded only a few months ago in January of 2021. While this channel is very new and the subscribers are just over 100, it has a very strong core audience. Creator of the channel, Daniel Loftus, is a genealogy researcher who is very young. He's just a teenager, but he has been making a lot of waves in the genealogy community, and he's really doing something that not so many young people do in genealogy, and really taking the lead in different projects. At this point, this channel has just been host to interviews that Daniel's conducted with all sorts of other genealogy researchers. But being that this channel is so new, and Daniel seems to be the type of person who not only has a lot of ideas on what could be done to make things better and make things interesting for people, but he also follows through on getting those ideas created and actually doing something about them. And this is the reason why I put this channel at number 1, because it has so much potential and the person behind it has a lot of gusto to go with them. But now that I've given you my list of the top 5 up-and-coming genealogy channels to look out for, comment below and let me know what channels do you think will be the big up-and-coming genealogy channels. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I do hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give it a like. It really does help me out. You can also click right about here if you'd like to subscribe. It is completely free to do so. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at GeneaVlogger. I'm the GeneaVlogger. I'll see you in my next video.